We are quickly approaching the 1-year anniversary date of Redfall's release, and one question has been on many fans' minds since the last major update to the game. Where is the promised DLC content? To get you up to speed, when Redfall released almost 1 full year ago, a bite-back edition of the game was being sold, with additional cosmetic goodies and pre-order items, but the most important of these was the Redfall Hero Pass, which promised 2 additional playable characters to be released at some point in the future. The last major update for Redfall was released in November of last year with, for the first time, the addition of a brand new weapon to your vampire slaying arsenal, as well as other various balance changes and improvements to the game. Since that time, we've heard nary a peep from the folks at Arcane Austin. Some have interpreted this as them fully throwing in the towel on Redfall, a sentiment that has been shared many times but never fully proven to be true, and others like myself have felt that the team are simply keeping their heads down and diving into their work to avoid any further negative sentiment about the game online, of which there continues to be plenty, unfortunately. What if I told you though that the promised DLC content for Redfall might be releasing sooner than we think, and moreover, that we might even have an idea of who one of the 2 playable characters might be? If you end up enjoying this video, guys, please be sure to leave a like on the video and a comment letting me know what you think, and also consider subscribing for even more Redfall coverage and Arcane Studios coverage in the future. And with that, let's get right into it. So my research into what exactly the Arcane Austin team have been working on with regards to Redfall started here on the official Redfall subreddit, where this user had shared a link to the game's SteamDB page. SteamDB, for those who don't know, is a website where you're able to track a bunch of technical information for certain PC titles being sold on Steam, as well as track back-end updates that have been made to said games. In Redfall's case, there have been a multitude of back-end updates and even newer builds of the game being playtested by the team as recently as just a few days ago. The reason why this is so important is because DLC 1 is explicitly name-dropped as being tested and already integrated into the game's files. You can even see different languages listed for DLC 1, which means that some, if not all, of the localization work has been completed. As we speed towards Redfall's 1-year anniversary, it's entirely possible that this first piece of DLC, likely the first playable character from the Hero Pass, could be launching within the next few days or weeks. Just as well, there appears to have been updates made to the main game content, which could suggest a number of things. Either there will be further balance changes and improvements made to enemy AI, the open world, and the combat sandbox, or, as some have theorized, there could be something entirely new being added to the game, potentially a new explorable area in addition to the new hero character. Personally, due to the still incredibly low player population of Redfall, especially on PC, and the negative reception that the game received at launch and continues to receive to this day, I highly doubt, honestly, that Arcane Austin will be doing anything beyond delivering the promised DLC content. I honestly don't think they're going to go any further than that, but I would really love to be wrong in this instance. The possibility always exists that Bethesda wants to continue to support the game just as they did with Fallout 76, when it would have been so much easier to just cut their losses and run for the hills. I just think it's important for us to keep an open mind and understand that we really don't have any idea as to what Bethesda's business strategy might be. Now, as to who the identity of this first playable character could be, we need look no further than some of my fellow Arcane fans, Velden451 and Sinoware on Twitter, who mentioned a name to me that I never recalled hearing before: Justine Temple. Justine Temple in the world of Redfall was a local park ranger for the town, and her office can actually be located at the Bladewell Campgrounds Ranger Station in the northernmost part of Burial Point, the second district that you explore after defeating the Hollow Man. When you enter her office, all 4 of the base game player characters will have something interesting and, in my opinion, very deliberate to say about this person. There is even a first place archery competition trophy hanging on the wall of the office, suggesting that Ranger Temple is a dead-eye shot, not unlike Jacob, and that a bow and arrow might be an integral part of her ability kit as a playable character. The 4 main characters will once again comment on this with unique dialogue, and honestly, why else would specific details about this individual, who is never even seen in the game, be present here if it weren't to eventually introduce Justine as potentially our first DLC hero for Redfall? I don't know about y'all, but a bow and arrow wielding vampire slayer sounds like so much fun to play as, and it would really do a lot to distinguish Justine, I feel, from Devinder, Jacob, Remy, and Layla and their ability kits. Credits and shout out once again to Velden451 and Sinoware on Twitter, who pointed this information out to me. Now, we could always end up passing by the first year launch anniversary of Redfall and not end up receiving any substantial news or updates beyond the expected social media celebration post, but if I was a betting man, I'd be willing to say that we'll be hearing something from the team about the future of Redfall very soon, perhaps even a day or two after this video goes live. In any case, this is some tantalizing info about Redfall that I wanted to share, but now I want to know what you think in the comments down below. Are you still playing Redfall? Are you excited to see what Arcane Austin might be cooking up for the game? Sound off and let's discuss. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I know the face cam thing is kind of a little unusual and it's new, and I'm just kind of experimenting with it a little bit, so also leave some feedback about that in the comments down below. I would greatly appreciate that as well. If you did actually end up enjoying this video, please be sure to leave a like on it. It really helps with the algorithm and it helps to get the video and the channel noticed, and also consider sharing this video with other members of the Arcane Outsiders community and the wider Bethesda community. Consider subscribing to the channel for even more Redfall and Arcane Studios coverage going forward, and be sure to hit that notification bell so you always know when my newest upload is available. And remember that the outsider walks among us. Thank you so much once again for watching, everyone, and I will see y'all next time.